The word transgender has increasingly entered America's daily lexicon through figures like Caitlyn Jenner, TV shows like Transparent, and debates over a trans person's right to use a particular bathroom. But do Americans truly understand this special slice of America's population? The PBS digital series, First Person, returns for a new season where they will explore not just trans rights, but issues affecting the larger LGBT community, with the show's ultimate goal being to spread messages of tolerance and acceptance to people who may not be fully aware of what this group faces daily. We're delighted to have joining us today with a look at this season, one of the show's hosts. The show is First Person, and the host is Donald Shorter. Donald, nice to have you here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start off with you telling us a little bit more about First Person, the program, and how it works.
So First Person is a program that sort of explores like new narratives for people in the LGBTQIA communities. So really talking about race, gender, sexual orientation, what is it like to be a trans person, sort of unpacking these lived experiences and giving visibility and giving a voice to people in the LGBTQIA communities that may not have this platform.
You actually were before you became a host, were on as a guest.
Yes.
And tell me what you talked about as a guest.
So last season, I was brought on as a guest to talk about my one-woman show, Genderosity, which is a 70-minute performance art piece that uses spoken word, multimedia, song, dance, to talk about my life being a gender nonconformist. Oftentimes in theater and the performing arts, I felt that that level of representation was sort of a surface value representation. So someone who was a gender nonconformist in theater was usually used as sort of a jester or someone to make an audience laugh. And I felt that those characters weren't being written from a place of authenticity and depth. And so I decided that I wasn't going to wait for anyone to write my story. So I wrote my own story using my own life experience.
It's an interesting transition for people in the business, going from being a guest to being a host.
Yeah.
When you look at what your role will be, do you think you'll still have the ability to interweave your own experiences, your own art, your own issues into the conversations as a host as opposed to being the guest?
I mean, I think being a host, it's really interesting being a host this season. For me, it was about listening and doing research on my guest and seeing that the two guests that I interviewed, I definitely felt connected to them because they used fashion and they used performance and they used their own life experience to sort of create social justice, right? Talk about social justice and create change in their own communities and presenting themselves, who they are in the world.
How important is, especially in today's era, how important is it that the notion of visibility in the community gets ratcheted up?
Yeah, I mean, you know, even me coming here today, right? Like, I live in Brooklyn. I took the subway to get here. And me being a queer person of color who's gender nonconforming, me existing in the world is visibility. And so that means that I am here, I am who I am, and hopefully visibility allows others to be comfortable to, you know, present themselves however they want to in the world. And so being visible in that way creates conversation, so we can have words to identify ourselves and our feelings. And, you know, hopefully those conversations can lead to things like acceptance and tolerance.
Well, Donald, we appreciate you spending some time with us and helping to share your thoughts here, and good luck with the program.
Yes.
I know it'll certainly give you a lot to talk about.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You be well. And for more about First Person and how you can watch the series, visit our website at MetroFocus.org.